Let's do these word problems. Well, here we go. They're not that bad. Okay, the more you say you hate them, guess what's going to happen? No, you're not going to understand them. The moment you tell your brain you don't like something or you hate it, your mind turns off, and you no longer are allowed to learn. Yeah, so don't tell yourself that you hate things. Just like when you say you're not good at something, you're not going to be. You can dislike it, but you still got to be able to learn it. You got it? Okay, here we go. Exponential growth models. Exponential growth models. Are you just talking? After this? Yeah.
Today's the second. The first was
You have this week and next week. This week on Friday is your test, which means what's due? Notebook. What else? Missing assignments. Okay. And then next week on Monday we. No. No. You have a final next Thursday.
We do a party before the?
No. You need to pass your final.
That's not funny. Why would we play games at a final? No, it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
What are we doing like actually next time?
I'm looking at the calendar.
What do you mean?
Like what are we doing like?
You're reviewing for your final. Because remember, your final is 60% of your grade.
60?
It's 20.
Okay.
This test is part of the 60%. Your final's 20%. You fail the final, you drop a letter grade.
Oh, what?
Okay.
How much do you get right so that means I'm a competent?
You can't ask how much you need to get right. It's based on your grade. It's all mathematical, guys.
So if you have an A, what do you need to get?
Close to an A. All right, let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. Exponential models. Growth models, thank you. Test? Test? Yeah. I'll fix it. I know you do not have all but one test in your grade, but you do have a lot of quizzes in your grade, right? We've had 3 quizzes this unit that are in your grade, along with the quiz from sorry, email's not working. We still have a quiz from last unit, right, in your test. So your test that's coming on Friday, just a little heads up. You need to look, when you go to your grades, like you need to look at your overall grade, but you really need to look at the test grade. So you know how it's broken up? Assignments, assessments, final. You know how there's 3 categories? When you look at your assessment grade, let's just say you have a 62%, right? So you have a D in test. Does that make sense? You need to score higher than a 62% for your grade to go up. You understand? So if you have a 45%, you can get a 50 and your grade's going to go up. Now, obviously, the better off you are, so if you got an A on the test, like a 90, your grade's going to go up a lot, right? But if you barely get a little bit higher, your grade's either only going to go up like 1% or not even a whole percent, or just depends. Do you understand? So if you have a 62%, you want to aim for at least a what? Oh, I'd say 70. A 70, because that's a C, right? You have a D minus on test, a C is going to bring up your grade more, right? So it depends on where your grade is. So when you look at your own individual grade, that's why I can't tell you what will happen, what do we need for the grade. Because every grade is different based on your test score, then you look. Then it'll bring up your grade. Also remember, missing work is only going to bring up your grade 0.1%. Got it? Missing work. Notebook will actually change your grade a little bit more because it's 100 points. A missing assignment gives you how many points? 3. 3. A notebook, it gives you 100 points. Do you understand? Do you see how this works? So when you're looking at your grade, you have to look at your own grade individually, okay? Got it? If you have a question, you can ask me later, but that way you have a rough idea of how that's happening. All right, exponential growth. Ready? There is a special formula for word problems. Because when we're talking word problems, we're actually talking about time. Because things actually happen with time. So F of T, T stands for what? Time. Equals A, someone get the door please, times 1 plus R to the T. Thank you. All right, this right here is the final amount. This right here is the initial amount. What does initial mean? What? No, what's initial? No, initial amount. Anyone know? No? It's your starting amount.
I'm pretty sure they were comprehending general.
R stands for rate of change. What is rate usually? How do we usually write rate? Anyone know? It's usually percent. It could be, but isn't it a percent a fraction? Yeah. And T stands for? Time. I'm going to make it as easy as possible. I don't know. I think I got it. I got it. Thanks. The top part's mushy. I know. So this part right here is all beat up and I'm not eating it. Okay. Ready? Which part? I only like bananas when they're green. This is getting too ripe.
Yeah, they get all sweet and nasty. I don't like this stuff.
Me neither.
I like it.
Hmm?
I like it.
Liquid? All right, what I want everyone to do is practice. Ready? I'm going to read to you, and you're going to write without looking. Can you try it?
I'm used to this.
You know why?
Yeah.
Makes you faster.
No, it doesn't. It makes me slower. No,
Makes you faster. Ready? Set. Here we go. Find a bank. Oh, find a bank account balance if the amount it starts with tell her thank you. Is $100 has an annual rate of 4% and the money was left for 12 years. God bless you. How many are done? Good.
Is a banana peel actually slippery?
Yeah.
Yes,
I felt
I've stepped on one. When children don't throw their trash away. And like you're busy with something. Okay. Here we go. We're going to underline or highlight keywords. Ready? Shh.
let me pick that up.
Sure, please. All right, keywords. Find a bank account balance and then if the amount, thank you, it starts with is $100, has an annual rate of 4%, and the money was left for 12 years. What do I need to know here? $100.
$400.
4% is what though?
Change, rate of change.
Annual. You need to know that it's annual rates, okay? And then how long? 12. We want to know it's years. And I underline years also. Does anyone know what annual means?
Every year.
Every year. Annual is yearly. Do you understand? Annual is yearly. Back in the day, they used to call yearbooks annuals. My mom calls it an annual. And the reason why is because it came out once a year, and it represented that school year, right? So a yearly, annual is yearly. So you probably should know that. If you don't know that, you should write that down. Okay? So we have 100, 4%, annual rate, and 12 years. Yes? Okay, so what we're going to do is grab a marker. We're going to write f of t equals a times 1 plus r to the t. And we're going to identify what some of these pieces are. Okay? Now, this is why I underline annual and years. They need to match. Annual is yearly, and this is in years, so it matches. Sometimes I can be talking annual rate, but I only want to know like 6 months. Does that match? No. So we need to make sure that the annual and the years match. Do you understand? If not, we're going to make them match. But for the most part, they should match. But if not, we'll make them, okay?
Can you do annual for a month?
We can, but then we have to change this.
No, I was saying like
Yeah, but I don't think any of our problems make us do it that way. But I'm just letting you know. Yeah. We're going to keep it simple. But there could be like, annual rate is 4%. How much do you get in 2 months? So I'd have to make that a decimal. So we could do it. It just requires a little bit more work. All right, so you ready? Okay. 100 is what? It says we start with 100. So 100 represents what? The A. So I'm going to label. 4% represents what? I heard it. The rate, which is R. And then 12 represents what? The T. And it's okay that it represents T because we have them matching, right? Since they match, we're okay. Does that make sense? So now, I'm going to have you watch me fill it in. Super easy. Just watch. You're going to put F of T represents by 12 equals A is now 100. We don't change the 1. We don't change the plus. The R is 4%. Now, we don't write 4% when we're solving. You're all still wrong.
I'm the correct one.
I think you may have been off, but we'll see.
I'm the most correct.
What did you say?
The most correct.
I know, but what did you say it was?
0.0.
You are correct. Now, the reason why is we have 4%. We need to make it a decimal.
Thanks.
In order to make it a decimal, I'm going to do it on the side. You ready? You put 4 over. How much is a percent usually out of? 100. And I can divide this in the calculator, or I can divide it by my hand, like 4 divided into 100. And it is 0.04. 0.4 is 40%. If I just wrote 4, that's 400%. Do you understand? It's getting you to 100. So 0.04 is 4%. Think of coin. If it makes it easier, think of a dollar. Think of pennies. 4 out of 100 is 4 cents, right? Does that make sense? Okay. So then we put over here 0.04 to what power? To the 12th. Okay. Now I'm just going to simplify this to say f of 12 equals 100 times 1.04. How did I get that?
You added.
I added to the 12th percent. Now this is where those fancy yellow things come in handy. They're called calculators.
Oh, really?
Grab one for someone around you.
Mom, I'll get you one. Sit down.
I don't need this whole side. 3 of you don't need to get up. One of you should be grabbing for each other.
Let's go.
Remember, 18 and 30 do not go in all the way. Do not push them in. And 24, that whole last row does not go in all the way. All right, let's see if you remember how to plug it in the calculator. Go ahead and try it. See if you can plug it in the calculator. One of you needs to get Edgar in his because, thank you. Because some of us can't reach the top. Me. When you guys leave calculators here, I'm like, I'll have to have someone else put that up. All right, remember how to plug it in the calculator. Check with your neighbors if you plugged it in the calculator correctly. If they don't remember, help them. How many of you have an answer? What do we got?
That 12 equals 160.10.
.1. Talking money, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, and 10 cents.
10 cents. All right. Remember, we're talking money, so it needs to be an answer of money. F of 12 equals dollar sign. $1.60 is not correct. No. It was F of 12 equals 160.10. So in 12 years, with a 4% increase, I'm only earning $60.10. Now, this is not compounded. Obviously, it's not like every month it adds, right? So this is just once a year, and that's all you get. All right. Did anyone plug it in the calculator wrong still?
No. I don't think.
What did you get?
I got one.
Hold on. Night. It's okay. Okay, how did you plug it in the calculator? Times 100.
I did 100 parentheses 1.04 parentheses carry 12.
That works too.
It's fast as me.
It is. Okay. I'm going to flip the paper because this one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 parts.
What?
So you can do it here, but then you have to do the problem on the back, so it's up to you. But I'm going to turn my page, okay? Did you get it now, Jakai? No. You put 1.04 to the 12th, press enter, and then multiply by 100. What? Wonderful. Just know that you're going to have 4 different problems, and then you're going to go. And we still have to write the problem. So wherever you want to put it. Ready? Your hand ready? Ready to write without looking?
Yeah. I'm totally ready.
And here we go. You have inherited land that was purchased for $30,000 in 1960. $30,000 in 1960. The value of the land increased by 5% per year. What is the value of the land in the years 1960, 1970, 1995, 2002, and 2011? like that. They're all black and white. It's kind of cool. And their hair and the cat glasses. And
Yeah, that's why I wanted to live in the 70s. The 70s cool.
My mom went to high school here in the 70s.
Whoa. That sounds so
My dad was at Ramona. And they had Smokers Lane.
Smokers Lane?
Mm-hmm. Teachers and students would smoke in the same area. It's weird.
That's, whoa, that'd be cool. Smoking with the teachers.
They didn't know it was that bad. And I don't think there was I don't know if there was an age regulation. Yeah, they didn't know it was bad. That's why. There's lots of things people don't realize are bad until later. No one knew that. And there was like a lane. It was like behind a classroom, like it was an alleyway, and they would all just go back there. Yeah. So my dad told me. Sounds interesting. All right, here we go. Underline keywords or highlight keywords. Says you have inherited. What does inherited mean?
Got it.
You got it because someone what? Usually dies, right? So you have inherited land that was purchased for $30,000 in 1960. What do I care about there? In 1960. My mom was 1. 1. The value of the land increased by 5% per year.
I'm still not even in.
9 years later.
I think my mom was born in
1969? All right. We care about 5% per year. What is the value of the land in the years 1960, 1970, 1995, 2002, and 2011? Okay, this is a little different. What do you notice? Does it have an initial amount?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Your initial amount was what? $30,000. Does it have a rate?
Yeah.
Yes. Does it have T? No. We're going to find T. Okay? So, oh my gosh, stop talking. 1960 was the year we got it, right? It's kind of like being born. It's year what?
One.
You're 1 when you're born? You're 0. This is year 0. It's like being born. You got the land in 1960. Let's pretend we were born in 1960. Okay? We're born in 1960. How old am I in 1970? I'm 10. So T equals 10. How old am I in 1995?
25. Wait, 35.
35. Well, I was born in 1960.
42. So 2000.
How old am I in 2002?
42.
42?
Yeah.
And how old am I in 2011?
57.
2011. Make sense? So when you think of anything and it's given to you in years, think of if I was born in 1960, how old would I be in this year? Does that make sense? Try to make it as easy as possible. So if you're born that year, how old are you later? If I was born in 2000, how old am I in 2010? Right? You get it? Most of you were born in what, 2003? 2? 3. Oh. And my life is over. Okay. I was 21 when you guys were born.
Oh, snap. I mean, 21 when we were born.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. When you were older? Yeah. All right, so here we go. 1960. How much is my land worth? 30,000. So 1960 really isn't doing anything. My land is just worth $30,000. It hasn't changed, right? Okay. Year what? What's the first year I need to do? 1970. So I'm going to go ahead and write 1970 so I know that's the year I'm solving. But I really know that T equals how much?
35.
No.
Wait.
T.
10.
10. 10. 10?
I'm a little off.
Okay. So we're going to write f of what? F of 10 equals. Here, let me write your original one here. F of t equals a times 1 plus r to the t. So we can fill it in. All right, so f of 10 equals what? What's your a? No. What does a represent, guys? Your initial amount. How much did you start with? $30,000. Okay. Times. What's 1 plus? Okay. Remember, this is your a. What is it?
0.05.
0.05. There you go. 0. Okay, so 0.05. I like to put the other 0 so I know. To what power? To the 10th. You're going to rewrite this one step before you actually plug it in the calculator. So f of 10 equals 30,000 times,
1.05.
very good, to the 10th power. Now I'll plug it in the calculator. And remember, my answer is in dollars?
Yes.
Yes, it is. If you don't know how to plug in the calculator, ask your partner. Check with the partner when you think you have it.
That's a lot of numbers.
Okay, ready? How much was it? 48,866 and 84 cents. You have to round. Why? Because the number after it was a 5. Makes you round up. How many of you got right? It's greater than 5.
If it's less than 5, you round down.
No, you stay the same. My niece has a song. I don't know it. I should learn it from her. I should ask her. 1995. T is how much again? 35. Go do 35 by yourself. Let's go. 1995. T is 35. Go plug it in. Is really anything changing? Just what? Just T. So the work's not changing a whole lot. Just T's changing. Just plugging in the calculator's changing, right? Why is that on? I don't know why it's on though. My sound is off.
Music on the beam.
No, it's this. So when I pull it down, I don't know, I'm just having fun. All right, who has an answer? Hold on. F of 35 equals $165,480.46. You are correct. Good? All right, next one. Good. You should be close to done. You're doing 2002, which is T is 42, and then do 2011, which T is 35, and finish them up for me. And if you're done, I'm going to pass out homework and get out a sheet of paper. So for f of 42, your answer is $232,847.63. Yes? Okay, and for f of 51, your answer is $361,223.09. Good? Questions? All right, you have a homework assignment. Yes, you need to write on a separate sheet of paper. When you're looking at the worksheet, on 2 of them, I have a chart for you. Do you see the chart? It's pretty much what we just did. They made a chart for you. You can fill in the chart, but there's no room to really solve it. So if you need to write on paper, you can. But you can fill in the chart if you want, okay? Or you can just make the chart on paper and make it bigger. It's up to you. Yes? Okay. Do you have calculators at home? You have a phone. Do you know how to use the phone? Do you know how to use the calculator on the phone? Shh. Yes or no? That's all I need is a yes or no. Yes or no? No. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to use the phone really quick if that is your only calculator at home.